More and more companies are using design thinking to solve complex problems and to create innovative, user-centered solutions. In this video, I'd like to explain what's behind this method. Imagine you would like to create a new product. Let's assume it's a software product. Normally, we have quite a long concept phase where all the features are being defined. Then we have a design phase, and finally, the product is being implemented. This approach might not always be suitable because, firstly, it could take a very long time until the product actually goes to market. Secondly, the longer it takes, the more money it costs. And thirdly, we actually have no guarantee that our product is going to be successful at the end of the day because during the entire process, we've never talked to a single customer. So we have no idea if the product is actually fitting the needs and the problems and the motivations of our user group. So how is design thinking different to that? Design thinking actually helps us to create better products faster by getting the user involved from the very first beginning. That actually then reduces the risk of producing something nobody wants. So what does this actually look like? Design thinking is a structured process with 6 steps. First, we usually start with a problem space. During the problem space, we get a deep understanding of the motivations, pain points, and needs of our user group. Only once we've understood what motivates our user group or what problems they have, we can then move into the solution space and create lots and lots of different ideas, turn these into prototypes and test them with our user group to then actually iteratively continue improving those products. And that way we can create better products really based on the needs of our user group. Now, what kind of products am I talking about? We could apply design thinking for digital products, 3D products, but also for services, or generally speaking, all types of user experiences. But design thinking is not just a process which comes with a whole bunch of really exciting tools. It's actually a mindset. And this mindset helps to actually transform company culture. One key element in design thinking is that we always start with the need of the user. Only if our idea actually creates real value, it's a good idea. Once that's given, we can then move on to the financial aspect, because an idea obviously has to have a proof of profitability. And the last aspect, which is really important in design thinking, is that you actually can implement the idea. So feasibility is the third component. Only if all 3 components actually work together, we can speak of a real innovative product. In design thinking, we work in small cross-functional teams of between 5 to 6 people. Normally, we have always a designer, a developer, and a product manager sitting in one room. The advantage of such a setup is that we can make decisions much more quickly because we don't have to run to individual departments to get their permission to proceed to continue with our product. The second advantage is that we have different perspectives in a room. So a developer sees a problem from a very different angle than the designer or the product manager. So the second P is about places. And design thinking really helps to work in an environment or in a room that actually adapts to the way we work instead of us having to adapt to the actual room. So we work with lots and lots of white spaces, lots of wall spaces to visualize our ideas. And we use furniture that actually is quite high so we can all stand up and be more energized. And then when we don't need it, we actually have a way to remove it. It helps if we have a lot of prototyping material as well, so we can start making and building things and experimenting. This entire setup actually helps us to work better and more collaboratively together as a team. The third P, obviously, is the iterative process. So here we have the 3 Ps: people, place, and process. In the following videos, we will take a closer look at the individual steps of the design thinking process. We'll first look at the problem space with the phases understand, observe, point of view. And then we will move on to the solution space, looking at ideation, prototyping, and test.